Hello viewers, uh, assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all well and that you're fine wherever you are. Well, today I'm happy to be at Tanzania and I'm going to do a nice video that will give you a travel guide on what to do while you're in Tanzania. The travel guide will guide you if you're planning to travel to Tanzania, mostly for holiday or just tour and for other escapades. So today I'm at Arusha City, Tanzania. As you can see, this is the town. So I'm going to take you through some of the things that you need to understand while you're in Tanzania. So firstly, what you need to understand is that while crossing the border, what you need is you need a passport, a valid passport. You can take a visa, a full-time passport that goes for 3 years. If you are a Kenyan citizen, it costs about 3,500. I stand to be corrected. And if you are planning to travel, say for some few months, you can take the temporary passport, which costs only 300 shillings. For the temporary passport, then you can get it at the border. That is whichever border that you're planning to cross with from. You can cross from Namanga border. There's a migration office where you can get a passport for 300 shillings. Then you cross the border. If you're planning to cross through Holili border, then that is from Taveta. You can still get the passport, the temporary passport at the immigration office at Holili border. That is it about traveling. But if you are planning to stay here for a very long time, then you can get the long-term passport, which costs about 3,500 Kenyan shillings. What you need to know about Tanzania is that now, when you are here, you have to understand the nitty-gritties, the rules and regulations that govern the municipality of Tanzania and the towns that are in Tanzania. At Arusha, the people, as you understand, they're so nice. But being nice doesn't mean that you have to trust everyone. You don't need to trust everyone here, but the people help you to get to ways wherever you want to go. They'll be very willing to show you around. If you get lost, if you don't understand some places, if you don't understand some directions, the Tanzanian people will show you comfortably. But it's good to appreciate. They love to be appreciated. So have some few coins in your pocket and have some few dimes that you can appreciate them after this small service. The language spoken in Tanzania here is Swahili, completely. That's the national language. And what you need to know is that not all Tanzanians can speak English. So it might be very difficult to communicate with some Tanzanians now that they don't know English. But some are conversant with the language of English. So if you are new here, if you don't speak English, then communication can be a little bit difficult. Maybe you'll need to have an interpreter. Transportation in Tanzania, they use daladala or IC, something called IC. This is a matatu which can carry about 14. It's a 14-seater matatu which can carry about 14 people. There are also private buses. You can hire private buses if you are going for a tour, say at the national park. Like here, we are going to Ngorongoro National Park. We had to hire the bus with my friends. So the transport is quite okay. What you need to understand is that you have to be courteous all the time. and politeness is key here in Tanzania. Um, when you accidentally hit someone, you have to say sorry, pole, all the time. And whenever you sit close to your colleague in a in a in a matatu or in the transport in a bus, you have to say hello, shikamo, assalamu alaikum, habari yako. Those are regarded as very polite greetings, which everyone should adhere to. Unlike other countries where you don't need to greet anyone. When you're here in Tanzania, another thing that you need to know is that there are banks, so you'll need an ATM to transact a currency. If you need cash, you need to use cash. There's a bank. There's NMB Bank. This one is located at Arusha, and it's called Nelson Mandela Bank. It's a big bank, and what you need to have here is an ATM to withdraw cash. Remember that the cash that you'll be able to withdraw here is Tanzanian shillings only, but all cards are accepted here. Visa card, MasterCard, they're all available here. You can withdraw cash. So what you need is your Visa card or MasterCard, which will enable you to withdraw cash from this end. Also, when you're at these banks or at ATM machines, courtesy is key. If you find someone who is ahead of you, you have to wait for the line to decline until now you get a chance to access when your chance comes. The currency here is Tanzanian shillings, although there are exchange points whereby the exchange bureaus where you can exchange cash, dollars, sterling, pound, euro, comfortably without any problem. So what you need to have is to understand is the currency. The denominations are high: 20,000, 5,000, 50,000, and also there's small currency of 1 shilling, 200 shillings, 500 shillings. So you need to understand the currency here to avoid confusion. As I said earlier, there are buses. These buses go to different destinations. What you need is to talk to the touts, but before you talk to the touts, as we said earlier, you have to greet them for them to show you around, to show you the buses that head to different destinations. As you can see here, this bus is heading to Loliondo, and it's Mchungaji Mwema. It's a nice bus. It's Marco Polo, and it's heading to Loliondo down in Kilimanjaro. Also, you can hire taxis if you don't, if you have a big family or you have friends. You're able to hire small taxis. They cost about 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, depending on the distance that you're traveling to. Then you can get a small taxi. If you're not interested in getting a taxi, also there are border borders. This is motorcycles. Motorcycles here, the prices range from 2,000, 1,000, 8,000, 5,000, depending on the distance that you're traveling to. Also, the three-wheeled tuk-tuks also go from 500, 5,000, 3,000, depending on the distance that you're traveling to. When you're in Tanzania, also you need to know that there's a lot of street meals that are sold here at a small denominations. So you can also enjoy some good taste of mshakiki around. Don't get worried. The meat is quite safe, and the government allows hawkers to prepare these mishakikis around, and they're safe for human consumption. So you are free to eat at your own liberty, so that you can have a good taste of how Tanzania look like and how it feels to eat Tanzanian meals. As you can see, the other side is a Marina Annex bar. So there are bars around. So if you want to take 2 or 3 beers, you can also have access to eat Here, liquor is sold from 2,000, 1,000, 3,000. Unlike in other countries like Kenya, where beer is very expensive, fortunately, in Tanzania, if you are a man of liquor, for a lady of liquor, you'll get to enjoy them being in Tanzania. Um, Another thing that you need to pay attention to is road signs. If you're approaching a roundabout, then you have to be keen that you don't crisscross or use a wrong lane. If you use a wrong lane, then be sure you'll be arrested by the Tanzanian cops. There are traffic police all over, and roundabouts should be respected all the time. As you can see here, we are crossing through this roundabout, and we have to stick to our lane, because if you don't stick to your lane, then you'll be arrested. The police will arrest you, they'll take you to court, then you'll have to pay a hefty fine for disregarding traffic rules. So also when you are at the roads, make sure that you obey traffic lights. Whenever there is a stop sign, make sure that you stop. Whenever there is a green light, then you'll get to know that it's safe to cross. The main religion here is Christian Islam. Also, as you can see, there is a mosque here. The believers who believe in Christianity, and also there are believers in who are Muslims and Christians also. Another thing that we need to pay attention to is while crossing, be sure to be very keen while crossing the roads, because they in the traffic they allow both cars, all traffic are allowed motorcycles at the same roads. So you have to be very keen while crossing, because the roads are at one point there are no bumps, there are no flyovers here in Tanzania. Very little roads have flyovers and footbridges, so you have to be very keen. When you get into town, like where we are right now, one thing you need to know is that you have to be very keen. Avoid throwing litter all the time. If you throw litter in town, anything from nylon bags, wrappers, plastic wrappers, you'll be arrested by the county council officers, and will be surcharged for that. You'll be surcharged for disregarding the laws regarding littering. So the charge can be hefty depending on the gravest mistakes. All the time, whenever you are wrong, make sure make sure to explain yourself. And if you don't understand, if you don't get someone who understands English, then you have to get an interpreter. They're all over in Tanzania. If you get into traffic, then if you are into matatu, into sharing, then sharing seats is a must for Tanzania. Here you have to share seats. As you can see, these people are sitting close to each other, and they are facing each other, and it's fun here. Everything is cool here. So as I said, matatus are all over, cars going to different destinations. So you don't get worried about traffic and traveling. What you need to have is a small change, have change that will enable you to pay because pay for the fares, because the fare doesn't cost much. You'll not have close. You'll not have 50,000. Getting the change can be a little bit difficult. So make sure that you have changed your money, and you have some little coins that will enable you to pay for fares at the transport companies. Also, what you need to pay attention to is I talked about the roundabouts, the traffic rules. Then